Welcome to our class tonight, our Kundalini yoga class. Tonight we're going to be doing the Kriya, the creative energy Kriya. So we're opening to the effortless flow of creativity. So just creating some heat in the palms, sitting with a tall spine, chest is out, chin is in, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, and bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center, and taking in a deep cleansing breath here, holding the breath. And releasing the breath. And inhaling to begin the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev. Dev Namo. Inhaling deeply here, holding the breath, and exhale, just relaxing the arms down, and we will start here with a minute of breath of fire in Ego Eradicator. So stretching up to the sky, the fingertips are on the pads of the palms, the thumbs are up, chest out, chin in, focus at the brow point between the eyebrows. We'll begin 1 minute of breath of fire, panting like a dog through the nose. It's powerfully pumping the navel, building prana, life force energy in the body, oxygenating the blood. Last 30 seconds. Inhaling deeply, touching thumb tips up over the head, holding the breath here, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel, squeezing from the base of the spine to the top of the head, stretching the fingers out wide, hold the breath, squeeze, squeezing the energy from the root to the crown, hold breath. And exhale, just sweeping the arms down. And we'll do one warm up here before we get into the Kriya. So we'll just come into spinal flexes and warm up the spine. So the shoulders are relaxed down, holding onto the ankles. We're inhaling the heart forward, exhaling, rounding the spine back. So just moving with the breath. Just keeping the eyelids closed down, eyes gently rolled up, focusing at the spiritual eye between the eyebrows. Your center for higher consciousness, and just moving with the breath. And up to your next exhalation, just inhaling the spine straight, holding the breath here, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock again, squeezing from the root to the crown, just holding the breath, squeeze, consolidate. And relax. Here, you might have to move a little bit for this next one. Scoochie, scoochie over here. Okay, so we're going to come laying down on the back. Good girl. And we're just going to bring the left leg up, bending the right knee, So we're going to just hold, the left leg is going to be straight, so we're going to hold the knee, the calf, or if you can, hold the foot. And we're just going to come into bottom kicking here. So just kicking the right leg up and down. So we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so just powerful kicking. Just keeping that left leg straight. So last 30 seconds here, powerful kicking. And just relaxing, just bringing the knees into the chest, just taking a couple of rounds of breath here. And then we're going to straighten the right leg out, so grabbing behind the right knee, ankle, foot, wherever you can hold onto the leg while keeping it straight, and we're just going to kick up and down with the left heel here. And just keeping an internal focus through all of these exercises. So the eyelids are closed down. We're focused at the brow point between the eyebrows. We're just energizing this chakra with our awareness. Just helps us to concentrate on these postures and keep an internal focus. So last 30 seconds here. And just bring both knees back down to the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, just resting here briefly. And here we're going to come into our next posture. So if you're comfortable in shoulder stand, we're going to come into shoulder stand. If not, if you haven't done it, or if you're not comfortable in it, just bringing the legs up the wall. So if you are comfortable, we're going to roll up on the shoulders, support the low back with the hands, come up into shoulder stand. The legs are perpendicular to the mat, shimmying the elbows in a little bit. And we're just going to come into scissor kicks. So just alternating one leg or one toe up on the floor over the head. We're going to be here for about 1.5 minutes. So legs are straight, toes are pointed. And from here, slowly coming out of the posture, and we'll roll up and come into a variation of life nerve stretch with the legs spread wide. So I'm going to hold on to the knees, shins, or toes, and we're going to come head towards the left knee, then the right knee, and center. So it's left, right, center, with a powerful breath here for a couple of minutes. So we're inhaling up, exhaling as we come left, inhaling up, exhaling as we come right, inhaling up, exhaling as we go center. So powerful breath here. Be here for 2 minutes. It's good for the sciatic nerve. Powerful breath here. And inhaling center. And exhaling, folding forward, holding the breath out briefly. And then gently inhaling, coming back up. And we're going to come into a flow here between plow pose and corpse pose. So pressing the palms under the bottom, we're going to press up, roll up on the spine, up to the shoulders, touching the toes up over the head. Oh, sorry, Michelle. So rolling up, touching the toes up over the head, and coming back down. So just moving up and down here. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. So last minute here. And then coming back down onto the back. Just taking in a deep breath into the belly here. And just releasing the breath. And we're going to roll over onto the tummy and come into locust pose. So coming onto the tummy and making the hands into fists, placing them right under the hips, upper part of the legs. And the chin is on the mat here. We're just going to lift the legs off the mat and just focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, just breathing naturally here, just keeping those legs lifted up. And feel free to come out of the pose anytime you'd like and rejoin when you can. Have just about a minute left here. Keeping the eyes focused at the brow point between the eyebrows, our spiritual eye. Last 30 seconds. And relaxing down and just resting here on the tummy briefly. And for this next posture, we are going to come into breath of fire through the mouth, but we're going to have the tongue sticking out as far as you can. So we're activating the vagus nerve here. So breath of fire, panting like a dog through the mouth with the tongue out as far as you can. So just bringing the palms up by the side, legs pressing into the mat, and just slowly, gently lifting the chest off the mat, arms back, and we'll begin panting like a dog with the tongue out, stimulating the vagus nerve, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, just lifting the chest up, legs firmly pressing into the mat, tongue out, breath of fire. Breath of fire through the mouth, sorry. So last 30 seconds, powerful breath here. Tongue out, we're detoxifying here, stimulating the vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve. And inhale, hold the breath, hold the posture. Squeeze Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And exhaling back down to the mat. We're going to place our palms under the shoulders and lifting up here. And we're going to come into a modified cobra with bent knees. So the toes are pointing up at the head, trying to touch the toes to the head, and we'll come into that same breath. Powerfully panting like a dog with the tongue out. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And we'll slowly exhale. Tummy and chest back to the mat, keeping the feet and the knees bent. We're going to come back, grab the ankles with the hands, and just lift up here into bow pose. And we're going to bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. So we're stretching the neck. And just holding here briefly. Just breathing long and deep. And then we're going to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just breathing long and deep here. And then coming back to center, we're just going to rock up and down on the tummy here for a minute. Just inhaling, lifting the chest, exhaling back down. Just moving with the breath. Inhale, hold the breath, kick up the heels a little bit higher. And exhale, coming back down to the mat. And just resting here briefly on the tummy. We're going to press up here and come into child's pose. Get a reverse stretch for the low back. And here, just slowly coming up out of the posture. And here we're going to slowly and gently come up into standing for our next posture. So we're coming into a crow pose squat. So joining the palms of the fingers together, the arms are parallel to the mat. We're inhaling up, exhaling, bending the knees. So as deep as a squat as you'd like to go into, just moving with the breath here for a couple of minutes. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling set, exhaling nam. Just keeping that focus at the brow point between the eyebrows, just energizing our spiritual life with our awareness. Last 30 seconds here. And then coming up to standing, just resting here. Tadasana and mountain pose, just breathing naturally. Just keeping that focus at the brow chakra. And here we'll come down and come into our next posture. So we're bending the knees, spreading the fingers wide, arms are between the knees. We start off facing forward, coming into frogs. So we're up on the toes, heels are touching each other. We inhale, face the knees, stay up on the toes, exhale, forward. So just move with the breath here in frogs. So last minute here, if you need to rest, feel free to rest at any time. And next time you press up, just straightening the legs, just letting the upper body hang here for a moment. And from here, we're going to come into our next posture. So the feet are about a foot apart. We're just going to straighten the back here and just let the arms hang. So we're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So the legs are straight, back is straight. And we're just going to sing, chant, yell, scream, whatever. Just make some noise here in this posture. And we'll be here for 2 minutes holding this posture. I'm going to chant long sat nams. Sat nam. Sat nam. Sat nam. But just hum, om, any kind of noise that you can make. Just, we have 1 minute left here. Just make some noise in this posture. here, just gently coming to sit in a rock pose. Sitting on the heels. And here, I'm going to bring the hands up to the shoulders and come into spinal twist. So inhaling left, exhaling right. Just moving with the breath here for a couple of minutes. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Truth is my vibration, truth is my identity. Just keeping the gaze at the brow point between the eyebrows in Shambhavi Mudra. So last 30 seconds here, powerful breath. And after your next exhalation, just coming back to center, relaxing the hands down, inhaling deeply here, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And relax. And here, still sitting in rock pose with a tall spine, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows. We're going to put our thumbs in our armpits here. And then we're just going to inhale up, exhale down. So powerfully moving here with the breath. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing rectum, sex organs, and navel, squeezing from the root to the crown. And exhale, relax, and we're going to interlace the fingers behind the low back and coming into Yoga Mudra. So we're lifting the arms up and just coming forward here. Bringing the forehead to the mat and just resting here in this posture. And you're just slowly, gently coming up out of the posture, releasing the hands. And we're going to stay here in rock pose for our next couple of postures. So for this next posture, we're bringing the palms so they're facing down. Right is on top of left. So we're going to press the right palm into the back of the left hand and press the left hand up. So we're stimulating our heart center here. So just breathing naturally and just push to maximum force here. The right hand into the left and the left hand up into the right. Just focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows. And inhale, hold the breath, press to maximum force here. Squeeze Mula Bandha root lock. Squeezing from the root to the crown, holding the breath. And exhale, relaxing the hands down. And here we're going to extend the arms out in front, fingers are spread wide. So as if pulling 1,000-pound weight, we're going to pull one side back, just alternating, pulling that 1,000-pound weight. Inhaling, extending the arm out, exhaling back. Inhaling, extending the opposite arm out, exhaling back. So imagine like you're grabbing energy and pulling it towards you. Just let the whole body shake. Pulling with maximum tension, last minute here. And then pulling both elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhaling deeply, tighten up everything as tight as you can. Hold the breath, squeeze Mula Bandha. And exhale, relaxing everything down. And here we're going to come into easy pose for this next posture. So we're going to be chanting the mantra Sa Ta Nama, the Panchabad. Sa, the infinite, Ta, life, Na, death or transformation, and Ma, rebirth. Sa Ta Nama, the Bij syllables that make up Satnam. Truth is my vibration. So this is a 4-part movement. So we're going to clap the hands forward for Sa, stretch out wide for Ta, behind the head for Na, and behind the low back for Ma. So this is really wonderful for clearing our aura and strengthening our magnetic field. So we're going to be here for 2 minutes. Sa Ta Nama, 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 Sa Ta Nama. Satanama, 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 Satanama. And then just coming back to center, taking in a deep breath. Squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And relax. Just 3 more postures here. So this next one we're going to come into, if you're comfortable in full lotus, is bringing the feet up on top of the thighs. And we're going to come into body drops and just lifting the body up with using the strength of the upper body, lifting up and dropping down. If not, you can come into easy pose, just lifting up and coming back down. So we want to stimulate our Kundalini energy at the base of the spine here. So just about a minute here. So just coming into body drops for a minute and inhaling up, exhaling down. Last 15 seconds. And relaxing down, taking a deep breath in. Holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And relax. And here we're going to come into this next posture. We're sitting on the right heel. And just placing the hands on the mat. And we're just going to lift the left leg up to 60 degrees and hold this posture here for a minute. Just focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Truth is my vibration, truth is my identity. And then relaxing that left leg down. Switching legs, we'll come to sit on the left heel and do the same thing with the right leg. So just lifting that right leg up. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. And then bring that right leg back down, so extending both legs out. So you can do this next posture supported if you'd like, or just bringing both legs up to the sky and just focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows. Inhaling set, exhaling on. You can bring your hands behind your knees for a little supported boat pose here. It's about 30 more seconds. And slowly coming back down. And we're going to come into Sufi grind. So hands are on the knees. I'm just making big circles, inhaling back to the right, exhaling around forward left. So pushing down on your sit bones as you lift your chest up. So stretching the spine. Just keeping the eyelids closed down, eyes rolled up, eyes in Shambhavi Mudra, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, the spiritual eye. And then just coming back to center, and we'll reverse direction. So inhaling back to the left, exhaling around forward right, stretching the spine, massaging the internal organs. And then just coming back to center and taking in a deep breath and holding the breath, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing from the root to the crown. And relax. And before we go into Shavasana, we're just going to chant the mantra here for the third eye. So just sitting with a tall spine, chest is out, chin is in, or focused at the spiritual eye between the eyebrows. And we'll just chant continual ohms here for a couple of minutes before Shavasana. deeply, holding the breath here. Squeezing Mula Bandha root lock again, squeezing from the root to the crown and projecting out your brow center. And relax. We'll come resting on the back for Shavasana, total relaxation. So just taking a deep breath into the body and releasing the breath. We'll begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And rotating the wrists and the ankles. And rubbing the palms together and the soles of the feet together. Just stretching the arms overhead and doing a little cat stretch side to side. Bringing the knees into the chest and just rocking side to side on the back. And then we'll roll up. And come sitting back in easy pose. And close the class with the sunshine song. So just creating some heat in the palms. Bringing them into prayer pose at the heart center. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Love to all, joy to all, peace to all beings everywhere. Sat Nam. Namaste.